Hello friends, today is Friday, May 30th, 2025. And I've come on to do the third of 13 readings of the verses of the Atlantis Sophia with the intention on expanding the light, the original light that comes down now through my vessel and into Mother Earth. And I just want to start by saying, first off, thank you all for listening, for doing your own good work in these trying biblical times, the times in which it has already all been written, and it seems to be repetitive nowadays out there, does it not? Just look around. They're remaking Lion King like 3 times. Like, what's up with that? Just saying. Shit like that. So I've been digging deeper into the classics and much more interested in more esoteric works. And it very much intrigued me that the Atlantis Sophia had not been studied very much. And I thought, why would that be? Because from what I understand is it's quite a lengthy text. And because there was only one of them left from its origination, that it was enough to pick my interest, because we are all one. So of course there would only be one. It just made total sense. And I would love to get my hands on a copy of the Atlantis Sophia. However, it's quite expensive to obtain the Brill version, which is like the scholarly recommended version of the text. So in the description below, I'm going to put my buy me a coffee link. And if there is a philanthropic listener out there who wants to see me learn more, I would be greatly, I would thank you greatly. Yes. Yeah. Anywho, my name is Veronica. I'm a star-seeded being, and I've awoken to a deepening of my own consciousness, which I feel it's my duty to spread as a seed into the awareness of other beings and into the planet itself. Let us begin the reading. This is the third repentance of Sophia while she was calling out to the God of Most High after being tortured and tormented. See, Sophia was the 13th aeon, the 13th star being that assisted in upholding the realms of Atlantis. And I'm just now remembering this as I speak, because there are 12 angels of Atlantis, but there is actually a 13th, and I believe that to be the Sophia, who fell from the aeons, from the sky, from the stars in the sky, down to the earth planes. And she was trapped here by archons who thought that she wasn't performing her particular duty. So they trapped her with this false light that she just was enamored with. She found it very beautiful, and she wanted to participate. So she found herself trapped in these time loops. And after waking and realizing where she was, She knew that she needed help. So she cried out for help. And this is the third repentance of Pistis Sophia. O light of the powers, give heed and save me. May those that want to take away my light from me fail and be in darkness. Let them return to chaos, and may those who want to take away my power be put to shame. May those that persecute me and say, "We have become lords over her," return her quickly to the darkness. May all those who seek after the light rejoice and flourish, and may they who want thy mystery say at all times, "Let the mystery be raised up." Do thou now at this time save me, O light, for I am lacking in my light, which has been taken away, and I need my power, which has been taken from me. Thou, O light, thou art my savior, and thou art my rescuer. O light, save me quickly out of this chaos. We understand at this time that our sun is in a solar maximum and it's shooting out these massive plasma solar flares, some of which have been hitting the planet and some of which have not. Just depends on where the coronal hole is facing. If it's Earth facing, then yes, the solar flare will smack the planet. Not like smack like that, more like wave through, because we're all sailing through the same solar radiation. And our vision isn't truly what it appears to be. Like, our sight is so distorted on these dense physical planes that you have to really just feel your way through nowadays. Feeling what's true to you is the best bet, because if you are tapped into the divine, if you're tapped into the divine Holy Spirit, then you're getting your news from a reliable source. If you're watching mainstream media still and want to bicker about why they have FJB up there still, and they're still like, here he is. And you're like, why is he still on TV? It's like, do you really need to be asking these questions? Because you should just be taking a good hard look in the mirror at this point. That stuff has nothing to do with you. They just want to stoke reactionary energy up within you. And that's not helpful, because once you shut the TV off and you're left with those emotions, you're going to have to transfer them somewhere or transmute them on your own. And if you are somebody who has done the inner work and understands how to transmute these emotions, understands how to comfort yourself in a creative way, today is day 2 in the White World Bridger wave spell, and today is the blue lunar hand, and tone number 2, the lunar tone, is always a challenge tone. So today is a challenging day, and the blue hand is all about how you create. It's Hanuman lending his hand of service to others and getting a sense of satisfaction from being there for those who he loves and doing what he loves and being of service to love. So I want to get a card. So yeah, I hope that you found a way to creatively soothe, creatively love others, creatively love yourself, most importantly, truly. Okay, hello, who are you? The same first card as yesterday, the 5 of Discs. looking within for the answer, looking within for your Garden of Eden, which resides within. And I do like how this is the Ouroboros. Looking within, understanding the cycles that turn you, that turn your wheel. I'm hearing the Johnny Cash song. That old wheel is gonna roll around once more, and when it does, it's gonna even up the score. Don't be weak. As you sow, you will reap. Turn the other cheek and don't give in, 'cause that old wheel will roll around again. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. And when it does, it's going to even up the score. I'm going to take that. Three of Wands. This is victorious in nature. Netzach type energy. It's understanding that the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. And now you're awake. Now you're paying very good attention because you understand that your energetic field affects your conscious resonant field affects the environment that you sit in. Because yes, our environments do have an effect on us, but we starseeded beings of higher intelligence, higher emotional intelligence, higher like clairvoyant intelligence, our telekinetic ability affects our environments more so than what we may recognize, especially in this day and age, as Saturn, who has just came from the seas of Pisces up onto the shore of Aries, as a reborn again, as a resurrected being. That's you, resurrecting this part of yourself that was just lying dormant in the plasmic seas inside your belly. It's you straightening your spine and understanding that by doing that, you give yourself more room in the front. Leaning back instead of leaning forward. Like leaning forward, it's you understanding your body's consciousness, and that understanding your own spatial awareness within the planes of existence, within the realms of the above and below. It's you standing up for yourself by standing up for what's within. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Collective. I love you. I love you all. Queen of Wands. My video cut out again. I need a new phone. But check this out. So, Queen of Wands, this is fire energy. This is vital life force. This is Kundalini rising. This is a new sense of where your Kundalini is going within your body. And not only is it permeating every cell of your body, but it's rising up and out of you like steam. And you can see this queen holding a jaguar cub. Jaguars, you know, I've walked the path of a jaguar through a wave spell immersion, through a collective that I work with doing grid building and light work around the planet. I'm going to link them below in case you're interested in checking them out. But it's all about using your shamanic type energy as an earthling, as a creature of the earth. It's using this type of energy, which is kind of like super angelic, by the way. It's earth angel energy. Yes. And by understanding your spirit animals and how to work with them, what they symbolically have represented over time, because I am very fond of learning about ancient civilizations because I feel the ancient light in my bones and blood. I feel the ancient energy from the earth because I am ancient. And if this resonates with you, then you are too. And I hope that you understand how precious that is, because we need you. But the jaguar represents, it's big cat energy. We out here. Out here, walking, protecting, living. And I just love that it's a cub because it's inner child energy. It's big cat, inner child. Good stuff, jolly good. High Priestess on the bottom. Hello. That's more confirmation. Okay, this one's a little bit alive. Temperance. Hello. More big cat energy. Tiger swimming in the ocean of mystery, of vitality. You know, coming in with this Queen of Wands energy. Here, let me look that up real quick. The Queen here is the master of the internal jungle and internal energy. The dark forest one must often traverse in the suit of wands. As the king is the master of external sun energy, she is the master of the internal and eternal fire, the flame in the temple of your body. That's kind of similar to what this is. And with the Three of Wands here, it's like being able to clearly see what your flame is. Clearly see the flame in your body. And, you know, seeing the High Priestess there on the bottom, that's the money. That's the money shot, baby. Vitality, abundant life, energy, and willpower. Audacity. I love that. The audacity to be yourself. Courageously authentic. Bold. Big, bold, beautiful. Bold and brash. Yeah. And it took time for you to get there. It took time for this cub to grow into the big cat. And that's you re-nurturing yourself by going within. 100%. 100%. And to that we say, J Ma, I am so proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you. Keep that up because that's the energy that I like. I like it, people. Okay, Six of Cups. I'm gonna look this one up. Let's prop them up right there. Right there. Thanks for learning to row with me. J-Ma. J-Ma. He whose face gives no light shall never become a star. William Blake. The Six of Cups is Archangel Uriel, which means light of God. This is the sun of Tifereth, rising up through the waters of our subconscious and out into the day, our true self, our golden soul, found and tempered, now rising to consciousness from its own buoyancy, our free will, our will, the will of the divine, the will of the God Most High. Here, Uriel has claws of a lobster or crustacean, just like the one rising in the traditional moon card from between the two towers, because it is us and our potential, rising from the mud at the bottom of the ocean or lake and out into the air. In many ways, this mirrors evolution from the salty sea in our journey from the womb too, as we evolve and rise from the water onto land, into life, and into humanity. That's kind of like what I was saying about Saturn earlier, washing up on the shores of Aries. This is a prime pattern for us as people rising from the salty water. And here it is a pure and golden soul, our purpose for living. So something great is rising out of the depths, rising, ascending, coming to the surface. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There is still so much more below the surface. Uncovering and illuminating, reverberating, the small thing you do now will grow exponentially in every direction. Woof. I'm excited. Oh, yeah, that was meant to be. The Seven of Discs. Ooh. The Seven of Discs. It's the dawn rising in the mountains. Wow. It's all of the zodiacal planets on, they're like lit up on, I can't tell if it's fire or if it's feathers, and the sun in the background. It's like a black hole. It's like the 0 point. It's the point where the 1% culminates, on the mountain in the Himalayas when Jesus and the Buddha met on the Vesak moon. Yeah. It's the moon with the golden rays of the sun behind it. It's being able to see the sunlight in the moon. And like these blue feathers remind me of Quetzalcoatl. I'm hearing in my head, Kukulkan, Kukulkan, kind of like that. But I'm going to look it up for posterity's purposes. Munin, memory. It is the chariot itself and the physical body when describing the spectrum of the soul and the earth itself, or the physical universe when describing the universe. Cool. That's like us. And so it takes on the aspects of physical being, mountains, an eclipsed sun and moon, the symbols of the 7 planets, fire, air, water, earth, all poetically laid down into a single being, walking forth in this time, causing storms and lightning and sparks as his feet hit the ground, and he creates and he destroys. This is the demiurge, the artisan who creates the physical world from the material of chaos, beautiful and dark. Time. The time that we are escaping, the time that we are rewriting, because everything is repeating itself like in rapid fire type of like a rate. It's insanity. And to still be subscribing to the sun rising in the morning and thinking that it's a new day and not just some recycled time. It's literally Groundhog Day over and over again. I hope that you guys have like realized that by now. But there's got to be a different plane to exist upon. And that's what we're tapping into now, okay? So the descriptor words is embodiment of careful planning, hard work, and skilled execution. Toil comes to fruition. Execution of your intent and free will, greatness, moving mountains, awaken a sleeping giant inside of you. Once again, we're going back to that first card. I'm just going to stick it right here, baby. Yeah, it's not going to catch on fire. Not right now, at least. Alright, let's see here. I'll get some more, at the very least. Ask and you shall receive, and there they are. The Two of Swords. Duality. Choosing between one or the other. Needing to sever a cord to take the other path, It's taking the path that's less chosen because you can, and because you feel it in your bones and in your blood and in your soul, and you want it, and it's coming from the divine. The Ten of Swords, cycle completion. I'm just gonna pull her out. If you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him. Linji Yi Xuan. When the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of the description of this card because it's super powerful, and it's also really on point for the times that we're currently living in and for the paradigms that we're realizing that we've been taking a part in. And by realizing that we've been taking a part in them, we get to then love them in our own way. By loving them, we get to forgive ourselves for participating in them. And I believe that that's the whole purpose of the Atlantis Sophia, is that you have to forgive the light within you. You have to forgive that light that you are a being of, that you are an emanation of, to take your own power back from yourself, because you're the one that created the universe. You're the one. Yeah. Well, ain't that a bitch? I had a dream last night that I sketched a 10 of swords. On it, a person was lying on the ground with an eagle ripping out his spine. Perhaps this is the same great eagle that was charged by Zeus to eat the liver of Prometheus every day, in punishment for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to mortal men. Zeus chained Prometheus to a rock, and every day the eagle maimed him and caused him unspeakable pain and suffering. And every night the liver grew back so the cycle could be repeated. Interesting, because, North America, in the planetary holon, North America, a large portion of it is blue eagle territory, and the state bird is the eagle. Or not the state bird, but the country's bird. It was almost the turkey. I think Pennsylvania's bird is the grouse. Anyway, birds are sweet. I like birds a lot. There was a woodpecker out back today, snacking on some. I feed the birds in the neighborhood, and I took it as a good sign that the woodpecker came to eat. He made himself seen, because typically they're known as troublemakers and omens of something that you need to be paying attention to, something that needs your care, because they'll show up where it needs care. And he showed up and had a snack and left. He hasn't given us trouble, so I take that as a good sign. But anyway, back to this. And so it is with all men. We steal fire, life force from the gods, which we keep for ourselves, and the gods punish us by chaining us to earth and inside a mortal body. They then punish our impudence for containing something a bit like them with an unspeakable suffering. But as the sun sets on one body, another is regenerated in the morning over the immortal pearl at the core. And thus the cycle of suffering and reincarnation continues until we find a way to break the chains. The Sufi philosopher Hafiz of Persia said that time is a factory where everyone slaves away, earning enough love to break their chains. And so is the wheel of air in the cruel jaws of Amut, life and death, grinding together, and we fashion a beautiful soul. It is somehow appropriate that death rides on a pale, bile-colored horse. His scythe separates the gross from the sublime, removing from you that which binds, and setting you free, be it in body, life, thought, understanding, or consciousness. The ego is the eternal, limited by words. The scythe is followed by silence. Oh, that's striking. Here are the keywords: death of the ego, death of illusion, truth found, enlightenment, free your mind, free yourself from what you know. Oh, yeah, baby, yes! Oh, that's what we're choosing. That's the path less traveled. I mean, shit. When's the last time anybody traveled this path? Oh, criminy. Oh, that's rich. Spirit, you're so funny. Oh, you're so funny. What's on the bottom? The King of Discs. King of Discs. Yeah, hit me with that. Where are you at? And this very earthy looking image is really a picture of the universe. It is Atum, the first creator god, and it is, oh, forgive me if I butcher this, Yusaset. In his hand, the great acacia tree, tree of life, the Ka of Atum, us, the physical universe, the Ka of Atum. Atum. Interesting. The Ka of a tomb. The tomb of a womb. Your womb. The Ka, the life force of the womb of the creator God. It's feminine in nature. Discs are earth, our coin, currency. The womb is the currency. The womb generates the currency. Generates the child, but before the child is the creative passion, the passion of the Christ, the deep undying love, the physical universe. Atum had sex with himself. I don't know if I want to keep reading this. I'm going to do it anyway. He sucked his own phallus, making himself the Ouroboros. He spit out the semen, creating air and moisture. And probably the best rainbow ever. Oh my. Beginning the creation of the whole universe from his own flesh. The beginning of matter becomes a tree. A fantastic acacia tree that grows and branches, containing all life that ever exists, all matter. The whole of the manifest universe is a giant tree growing at both ends, flowering, branching, and fruiting. Remember, Yusaset is the one who grows and comes. And at the end, this salt and mercury, this god and goddess, this god and his hand, this god and his soul, the world of matter and world of spirit, have sex, and from that sex comes fruit, and that fruit in the end is eaten by Atum, ending the cycle and ending the universe. He eats his own fruit, and the universe collapses back into the one. The King of Discs is the completer, the finisher, which is what the word Tem, which Atum is based on, means. He is the manifest king, the king of all the elements, and he is eating the fruit of life. As God eats the universe, he creates from his flesh. The wheel turns, but it won't end today. Maybe he will just lick it a little for now. Meet life with lust. I don't know about all that. That's like so Capricorn energy. That's like devil energy. You know? Meet life with lust. What are we lusting after? Lust is like... See, I think that there's a message here with this one. Alright, I'm going to make this really quick because my phone keeps cutting out on me, especially after I mentioned Atum. And I feel like that's a huge sign from Spirit at this time that these forces who are trying to consume our energy as star-seeded beings are like really trying to suppress us. But, you know, in these final days where they understand that they cannot win, because it's really not a competition at the end of the day, like, They're trying to make it a competition, but I'm a Cancer Mars, and Cancer Mars wants everybody to win. Cancer Mars wants everybody to have a good time. That's called sportsmanship. And what better sport to play than, I don't know, take your pick. Dominoes. Checkers, chess, darts. I'm a grade A marksman, baby. Born that way. It's in my blood. It's in my bones. I was born this way. But, all of that aside, life is what you make it. Heaven can be created on earth, and it's up to us to bring that energy forth into everything that we touch. Do it in a creative way. Do it with love. Do it with joy. Do it so that you leave behind a legacy. Do it for your own legacy, the ones that are already here on the plains. And I'm hearing, don't worry, be happy now. Yeah, we're ascending, thanks to the help of our archangels, like Archangel Uriel is on the table. And it's just a matter of being temperate with ourselves and taking the path that feels the most correct, that feels like it's not something forced. And it could be super, super subtle. It could be super subtle, is what I'm getting. Like, it could be you driving down the road listening to the radio, which I like to do, by the way. Like, I won tickets 4 times last year on the radio just by calling in, being like, number 8 caller, how do you do? That type of jazz. I think it's fun, That's the kind of games I like, is like, are you the chosen one? 4 times, yeah, last year. It's so funny. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, because Lord only knows when my cell phone's going to be like, you ran out of space on here. Miraculously, somehow, like, the space just keeps getting taken up by things that I'm not doing. And if you find that your time is being taken up by things that are unnecessary, go ahead and just delete all of the photos, put all of the processors in the background, or delete some files, like delete some apps that you don't use anymore, and restart your phone. Make sure, I think I might get a VPN, honestly, but that's besides the point. The point is, have a blessed day. May the light of the one shine down upon you, and bless you. Bless you all. Bye-bye.